All right, guys, so we got something new for the channel. Fresh from my Visa card. So I went down and bought one of the test, well, I didn't go down. I ordered and had shipped one of the new test fridges for the Model 3. They make them for all the different models. It is a portable Sub-Zero refrigerator slash freezer that fits in your sub trunk. Very cool, as I just came back from Reno. No more ice bags, no more coolers, no more of that garbage. You can keep it all nice and cool in the back of the car with complete ease of use. The ease of use in the Model Y is a lot easier, and I'll go over that here in just a minute. But I wanted to show you how it came, and we'll do a quick unboxing. Here we go. Okay, so we have the ACOPOWER portable fridge. I saw the ad on my wife's Facebook that they were on some kind of a sale. I don't know what the sale was, a spring sale, I think. They knocked $200 off, which brought it really close down to their Indiegogo, the OG pricing that they had. Some shipping damage showed up, nothing really major. This band is hella loose, but it worked. A couple little kinks here and here. So I think it was $364 delivered, something like that. And this sure would have been nice on the Reno trip I just got back from. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. First looks. Nice stiff cardboard. So we got some literature. Get one free AC adapter for fridge receiver. Check out the product, send us a copy of the review. Oh, cool. So I'm going to wind up with a free AC adapter. And it looks like some other material in here. Congrats, you have a brilliant eye to find our cool stuff. So we'll check all this out. And then, oh, awesome. It did come double boxed. So let's clear away the cardboard here before that one turns it into confetti, and we'll dig into it. Okay, part 2 of the secondary box opening. Here we go. Ugh, boy, this is really stiff cardboard. I know what these are just from a video I watched. So in your Model 3, under your sub-trunk, you have the that false flooring. This replaces it. And why? Well, because of those grates. Heat has to evacuate from somewhere, so it evacuates through the top. So then the next question is, well, if I'm going camping and then I completely fill my back of my trunk up, how is the air going to escape through these holes with, sleeping bags on top? It will. Fret not. And unless you're driving for like 3 weeks straight and this is completely plugged, I'm sure your fridge will be just fine. However, it's going to be in those instructions. We'll take a look at those in here in just a moment. So let's clear these out of the way. Ooh, nice. That's all like 3M'd to the cardboard, so that's cool. And then there is your unit right inside. Good coloring. I don't see any distortion. Let's pull this really hard. Oh, let's not pull that really hard. Let me pull this out properly. I'll be right back. Well, that was even easier. So you got these wonderful handles on the side. Just pick it up, let the box fall on out. So we have our little satisfaction screensaver here when you peel that up. This is app powered also. So there's an app to download through ACOPOWER. Doesn't seem to be any issues from shipping. The coloring on it's really good. There's no smudges or anything like that. These are not riveted in. These are definitely Phillips head screwed. That looks fine. So there's, not sure if that's oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is a positive lock in here, and those are just the little teeth that secure it. And it is only going to open up. It's not like going to completely fall flat. So you do have hinging that only lets it go so far. And the hinges are definitely plastic. You're not going to find a lot of metal on here, just for weight savings would be my thought process. This looks to be a light. We won't know until we plug it in. And then here, oh, that's cool. You get a little chamois to clean it with. Here is our power cord for the Model 3. I'm not sure if the length is different between the 3 and the Y, or if it's just universal. I would assume it's just universal to cut down on costs and packaging errors. So in the Model Y, this gets plugged in under the driver's side fender. There's a little cigarette lighter adapter. In the Model 3, it's got to go all the way up to the armrest because they put it in there. So let's take this out really quick, and we'll take a look at the power charger for it. Okay, so this pretty much is, I believe the red is going to be, that's the capsule for your inline fuse. And then you have a proprietary connector that is going to go, I'm assuming, yep, on the side of the unit. So it will sit like that as you put it in. The only thing I really peruse through the instructions really fast. After parking, this is great. Please keep Sentinel mode on. Tell me that wasn't translated by some expatriate. You got to keep Sentry mode on for your fridge to remain running, or else the 12 volt shuts off. So while you're camping, that could be a drag because it does, drain the battery a little bit. But if you're at a spot that has power, just plug in the car and then you're still good to go. Pretty much that was it. You're going to want to use those for heat dissipation, and it does give you some temperatures in here on what to do. In fact, if you want to pause your screen, you can do that right now. And then the rest of this is just general owner information that I will peruse through here in a wee bit. So let me go get the car all situated. We'll drop this in here, and we'll see how well the fit is. So we're obviously in the car. First couple of issues we're going to have. One is not this, but the cord. So let me flip the camera around. Hang on. So there is your 12 volt socket that's going to power your ACO fridge. Well, the problem is there's no cutouts on these channels anywhere. So when you close this, you're going to pinch your wire really good. So that's problem number one. At one point, I will probably get in here and put a little knockout in or something. So I really don't know, other than just to do a sloppy wire up and show you guys what to do from there. So, I knew this was an issue when I bought it. I don't mind putting a knockout in mine, like a little hole or something like that. You guys might mind doing that all to your car, but if I can make it small enough where it can't be seen, that's no big deal. Even if I have to try to pull the center console out and, fish the wire underneath it, put like a little half moon with my Dremel in there like I did the Commander for the sexy knob. Let me see what I can come up with. So I have this. I used it last year when we went up to Lake Almanor to go camping. I tried to run the wire this way. Let me show you. All right, guys, so here's the deal. This fits absolutely amazing in the sub trunk. The fit in here, I mean, it was clearly designed for it. It's phenomenal. It's going to tell you what your temperature is, and then you can press your little settings button here, and it will show you where it's going to. Right now, we're at max cooling, DC 13 volts, but we are not pulling it off the car. This is not ideal, but I'm using my little Blue Eddy battery. It's pulling 2.6 amp hours. I can't see it from here. Anyhow, the battery's at 44%. It's pulling 40 watts in the DC mode, and we are plugged in through the cigarette lighter adapter, which will be a little more efficient. So it's 408 right now. I'm going to come back in an hour and see what the battery percentage is and see what our temperature is. We're on our way down to 37 degrees, and it currently states that it is 71. The app that comes with this, it comes on the manual, so you can pause it and scan it yourself if you'd like. Is immediate. As soon as I scan this, you tap the search for Bluetooth devices. Crap, it had already found the fridge before the app even loaded. It was awesome. It's all in Chinese, so get in there and just change your settings. It's like 3 things. It's extremely simple. I'll put a picture up of what the initial screen looks like. It's a little dragger on a thermometer, and it gives you like an ice cream or a frozen chicken or something like that, and just drag it to the temperature that you want. I have a bunch of energy drinks I'm going to throw in it tonight. We'll see how that looks. And so far the equipment is spot on. The only failure right now is trying to run 12 volts back here. Before we come back, because it's only been like 5 minutes, I do want to show you one thing. So when you put these legs on, or these arms, whatever, vent pieces, they are very much directional. So you can see the cutout right here is just like, you know, you got your little pull tab right here. If you put these on backwards, you will have to switch them out. So just make sure that the back is at the 90 degree, and then you're going to have your little swoosh cuts up front. So if you do put them in backwards like I did, I just put a screwdriver here, held it down while I popped these out. No big deal. So I will see you guys in about an hour. Oh, and since we're here, we are at 41% and we are down to 53 degrees. So almost 20 degrees in just a few minutes. Else that you have to put in here now. I got to take a battery with me, which I would anyway because I wear a CPAP. But now I need to figure out how to run the CPAP if I'm running this. So you are going to have to run that 12 volt from your cigarette lighter. You're just going to have to find a way that works for you. So I'll be seeing you guys back here in an hour my time, right now for yours. No shit, as soon as I turned off the camera, that stopped going. We're still showing 28% charge in the battery pack, but all of a sudden this doesn't work anymore. Well, that's cool. Time to figure out what the hell's going on with this. Well, I tell you what, if it's not just one thing, it's another. So it's not, I don't feel that it's excessively hot over the compressor. The trunk lid's going to be down. The car's going to be driving. You want this to work regardless. So if just sitting here gets this thing too hot, that's not good. But what I did do, I just plugged the Blue Eddy in, and you can see that we're charging still. We're pulling no volts, no amps, no nothing, and that thing is still dead. I just sent ACOPOWER an email saying, please advise. So we'll see what they say. It's been an hour. And I don't know how long that F5 error code was going off. And sitting here looking for the directions I was going to show you. Hang on. And just for giggles and excrements, I was able to download the app just by, you know, this. It doesn't work on my iPad. The whole thing comes up, but I can't like remotely access anything. But there's that F5 code it was running. So I don't know. It's been off for at least 5 minutes and it's still not turning on. So this should be a lot of fun. And this guy is still ramping up. So wish us luck. I really don't want to have to do a charge back. So we'll see what they say. Okay, so after messing around with it, turns out this cigarette lighter adapter is complete garbage. It is really wobbly in the port. It might just be the port on the Blue Eddy. I highly doubt it because it's kind of a standard on the dimensions. So it's back on. We're down to 53 degrees on our way to 36. So I think that's part of the problem. I think it's a very poor connection, and that obviously is going to signify a voltage drop, and it's going to go into power reduction mode. But this one's a little weird because the compressor stopped. So I'm going to leave the trunk open, plugged into the shore power, and we'll see what happens here if we can get a little cooler. So we'll see. I don't have high hopes for this, but I could be wrong. And if I am, I'll totally admit it. So sit tight, guys. Kind of a mixed bag. It's working. It's cooled down. Let's take a look. So I left the trunk lid open because why fight it? So 64 watts in the output, and we are at 37 degrees. So that is where I have it set to. Yeah, them's cold. That light is pretty bright too. Actually, that light is really bright. I can hear the compressor and they're running. So that part's super cool. The positive lock I really do like. It will be interesting to see how this maintains. What I would like to do, and I may do this again, bring it back up to, outside temperature, and then repeat the study, close the lid, and see how that does. Because the lid's closed while the car is driving. And if it's hot as hell out and it doesn't ventilate properly, then there's a problem. If it does ventilate properly and doesn't get that FS code or F5, whatever that was, well, then there's an issue. So maybe I will shut it down, open it back up, and repeat this tomorrow. So yeah, we'll do that. And then I'll figure out what to do with the 12 volt, I may just buy the AC adapter for it. You get one for a positive review, but I am not going to lie to you guys and tell you this thing is amazing if it has problems. And right now, that cigarette lighter adapter is a problem. So we'll see. I don't know. ACO's been around for a long time. I met them at the Tesla takeover 2 years ago. Very, very nice people. I mean, they are just stand-up people. They are very passionate about building these. They really seem like they want to make sure that they get the job done correctly. And I cannot underscore that enough. But right now, I'm on the fence for it. So I'm going to get it all shut down. I'm going to move those drinks because they're already cold. I don't want to get warm, cold, warm. Transfer them into the cooler outside, bring this back up to temperature, and close the lid and see what happens next. So I'll put this one up here shortly as a part 1, and then we'll do a part 2 after that. That way you guys don't have to sit here and scroll through all of this. See you in part 2.